Bring the producer.
I'm now and forever, year after year, we can keep on going down memory lane, or you can go on a walk to remember with me. Thanks to a spark from Tupac, on April 5th, 2015, Easter Sunday will be known as Independence Day, with bombs bursting in the air, proving that our flag is still there. You can call me Nicholas Sparks, I boil their blood with the flow, then leave them with a blood clot. When I provide you with more bang for your buck, like a Glock, like a Glock, like a Glock. I boil their blood with the flow, then leave them with a blood clot. When I provide you with more bang for your buck, like a Glock, like a Glock, like a Glock. I chose to entertain a life influenced by the crime rate. The life I lead as a general possesses both an honor and a farewell. We can take it back to the beginning of the era, when hip-hop came down to 3 criteria: money, power, and to be respected. What have we done? Manipulating our souls, founded on these 3 principles. Now we're screaming out money, pussy, and weed, and fuck the police. Running around with tattoos and earrings, and our drawers around our knees, like we are the sissies, and those of us doing so are claiming to be an available homosexual incarcerated to the penitentiary. We are just looking for extra attention that wasn't given to us when we were growing up. I feel your pain, I live it every day. I wouldn't have it any other way. We were either motivated by pain or pleasure, running the streets pushing dope to cope and support our own meaning and hope. This is the ballad of the last true soldier. Home is hanging there, and no, I won't sleep until we come to closure. Resting in peace with our sins written throughout history and testimonies on trees. With a justice system, justice just as a declaration of independence and the Constitution of the United States of America. I'm a thoroughbred and a elusive breed, with a constrained creed that will live forever, long after I'm left dead. We are all screaming out misery like our past is owed to us or something. One wrong move, and the penitentiary is home to us. Being a mother and father is more important than the next narcotic to flip. But how many of us actually understand this before our confidence nailed in? Or we are incarcerated. Sometimes being lost isn't lost at all. Sometimes when you fail, it is a reason to stand tall. I could challenge us all to question our motives and be within reason. With all that I've overcame, actively pursuing my destiny, no matter the obstacles. Driven with goals, out of passion, the outspoken one. We look amongst ourselves and forget our strengths. Falling victim to the strings, divided by direction and the color of our flags. Planning our great escape, captivated in the moment, indulged by our men and women. Mad at each other for all the wrong reasons. We all could do better and embrace one another. Till we fall short and point the finger, figuring we are immortal and invisible to the other. All facing baby mama drama while our baby daddy struggles. Then who is the victim here? Certainly not us, but we sure act like it. Every chance we get, our children should be our focus, harnessing their growth and development. I promise you this, we must come together as a unit. There's hope for our culture and it begins in our home. I boil their blood with the flow, then leave them with a blood clot. When I provide you with more bang for your buck, like a Glock, like a Glock, like a Glock. I boil their blood with the flow, then leave them with a blood clot. When I provide you with more bang for your buck, like a Glock, like a Glock, like a Glock. I continuously dedicate myself to the perfection of function and the engineering of my Glock. Moving with love and bounded by heart. I tie the knot like a Boy Scout, wings mounting up like an eagle, turning each day into a melody and turning life into this song. This is my moment to rise, unite, and reunite as the master of happily ever after. I get after it, making the necessary adjustments and power forward like Kevin Garnett. Combining the how and the what, I value experience in all walks of life. I'm leading the way like GE. Our titles are tangible and materialistic. Our purpose holds our only significance. I will never parade on your thunder, so just remember whose authority you are under. Love has always been triumphant over evil. How could I fail? Choosing love was the wisest decision I ever made. There are levels to this game. Leveraging them is how we get paid. Giving levels ammunition, then I could be the gunman. Sean Penn, I'm a promise kept when I couldn't keep a secret. I never let up. Accelerating is the only thing I'm sure of. The harvest is growing. Savor the fruits and the vegetables. I'm Nicky Cohen, looking out the window with more balls than Gwendolyn. Winning, expected, I exceed all expectations. That's the smell of excellence. Love it, my people, and let's come together, joining hands at the table, enjoying the cadence. Imagine this, a world where we all matter, where we all set aside our differences, rise up and come together. A better tomorrow, celebrate it like Easter, on the resurrection and the life in the game of prophecy. I prophesize it like a prophet, and all my people process it like processed servers, serving me, Jesus Christ. My kingdom come, my will be done. I rise like the sun, I take the weight of the world on my shoulders. Only way to the Father is through me. Your light scriber and parable illustrator. I've never played for the Diamondbacks, although you can call me Mr. Hudson, son. Pitching like State Farm, born in a barn. Every time one door closes, one door opens. Open up, the God of love is amongst us. IWD-40 the rust, and command performance like Lexus. On the pursuit of happiness, sprinkling dust on everything I touch. Let it fly, and call the ambulance. Translate it, I'm in transit. Call me the transporter. When I release this to the public as a mercenary, rewriting history. I boil their blood with the flow, then leave them with a blood clot. When I provide you with more bang for your buck. Like a Glock, like a Glock, like a Glock. I boil their blood with the flow, then leave them with a blood clot. When I provide you with more bang for your buck. Like a Glock, like a Glock, like a Glock. I've arrived at an arrangement which includes a can-do attitude. You and I, together we can look each other in the eye with peace of mind, making us whole once again. This is our best opportunity at hand. This is a vitamin. Our G is a requirement to keep our G-track going, exonerating us from our iniquities. Incomplete acquittal, without a trial. Stay a while I chisel at the saw, bearing it all while I capture the image generation like Nikon. Got it forever, man. Land it forever, man. I handle it. I have a grip on it instinctively. Things are about to get excited like Nissan. I'm never outnumbered, never outpositioned. Pulling back layers like an onion, looking in and looking out till I looked in so far it's outward I have to look forward to continue moving forward. I'm Henry Fording this, the automobile manufacturer, to a change that President Barack Obama has promised us. Cultivating an era like a fitted cap, fitted 950, although keeping it 100 is the only 2020 that I look at. We must let go of our past, imagine our futures as I have. Pull it together, forgiving each other for our shortcomings, loving one another and grasp the ideas we come up with, validating our own existence, tapping into our minds, placing our abstract thinking caps on, developing solutions actively. I'm sharper than the image we're portraying, cutting it out and becoming the face of advancement and promotion in the industry. I'm all the game needs, I'm all the world wants. Everyone is crying out for help. Who really though is reaching out to help? I never had to fluff things up, too much of it had already been thought of. I made it clear from the get-go, I was gonna play the way to something special. I took my time to pinpoint it, I took even longer to grasp it and get a grip on it, leaving my fingerprints and footprints everywhere I went. Now I'm lacing it up like some tennis shoes. Bows on other side because it's the gift that never stops giving. A blueprint or a stencil wouldn't help you trace it. I really hope these rappers stop trying before they get to the other side, because it's so complex. I've been reverse locked down like solitary confinement at a maximum security facility. Beginning with the deuce of clubs, I went on to become the ace of spades. Now I'm the king of hearts, all guided by the divine intervention and love. I could stare down the barrel of a gun again and not sweat the small stuff. Boys, put away your toys while I'm into your broken hearts and tend to the music that will put the pet back in your wallet and your drawers back where they belong. I'm beginning to love being the underdog, because I'm swinging back and forth, rolling with the punchlines, reaching deep inside my torso for the rhythm and soul that I've sold out to like you can't find it on the shelves anymore, because everyone picked it up already, hating and abating to my journal. I enrolled in the Academy of Hip Hop and Rap back before Jay-Z went to the School of Hard Knocks. Way back when, before Tupac and Biggie were shot, I was sent home with a note that never made it. In the first grade for taking a classmate's lunch money from his cubby hole. 2 quarters and a dime, sealed tight in that Ziploc, then went and bought an ice cream cone with it. We can only imagine the embarrassment and how mom and dad felt when the message from Mrs. Torres came across the answer machine. As they played back, how many times did I play that choice back before I learned from that? I faced my situation and began breathing life into my circumstances. How many of us are still describing ours? And given when it rains and pours, is that how a rose bloomed in between 2 thorns? How many storms have I weathered before I began pulling splinters out of my fingers? How many summers have turned to winter? How many losses have I endured to be a winner? How often will I win before I'm considered a contender? Content with the distance, I'm going the distance. Will they ever understand that life is the greatest revenge a man will ever be a recipient of? Will they ever feel the love that I have for them and accept it as I have? I'm consumed by questions and release them, releasing everything holding me back from being everything I was created to be, earning a seat in the highest degree, reigning in eternity over rap. I boil their blood with the flow, then leave them with a blood clot. When I provide you with more bang for your buck. Like a Glock, like a Glock, like a Glock. I boil their blood with the flow, then leave them with a blood clot. When I provide you with more bang for your buck. Like a Glock, like a Glock, like a Glock. I'm dropping bars like Hershey's, flow so sweet I have the edge like Reese's, anticipated like Mayweather versus Pacquiao.